Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter. I am going to be cutting some cord to make another small wall hanging, like a plant hanger. So I'll cut all the cord up. I'll start it on my board, and then hopefully if we have time, I can show you how to make the basket shaped. So I'll just cut all my cord again. It's good morning if you're just joining me. Happy Sunday. I'm just having my coffee, and I'm gonna make a plant hanger. So this is the ones that go on. So I've got Happy Easter, Sylvie. So I'm gonna be making a little wall plant hanger this morning. So I have my ring. We're gonna be cutting up some cord. Yes, Happy Easter. We're gonna go over to Mitch Nellens, my aunt and uncle, tonight for supper, and Carrie will be there. And today we're gonna make a dessert. My daughter and I will make something, so that'll be nice. All right, so I'm gonna cut another 200 centimeters here. Got 50, 100, 150, 200. For some reason, my measurements for the wall hanging here are in centimeters. Usually I put them in inches, but I guess the tutorial I was watching was in centimeters, so. All right. I have been selling really well at the shop at the Commons in the mall. And so these little wall hangings have been selling well. So that's why I'm gonna try to make another 2 to bring to the shop. So that's 200, and then I'll make another 200. So it's been keeping me busy for sure. I almost need like another person here helping me. 200. Okay, just joining in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday, happy Easter. If you're probably off today, just chilling, maybe getting together with family, or having maybe a nice supper at your house. We're gonna go over to my aunt and uncle's later, and that's pretty much it. We're just nice chill day today. Looks like the sun is shining. I could remelt all the snow we just got. All right, so on my ring I have 200. That's 200, 200. Now I'm gonna do 2 sets of 180. What's everybody's plans for today? Ooh, nice, Sylvie. How was that? Dominican. That's so awesome. So you're just relaxing now. Oh, that's awesome. You were there for a week, right? So I'm just gonna cut my cords. I'm gonna be making a wall plant hanger today. 2 weeks. Wow, that's so cool. amazing. I hope you had a good trip. $150. So I'm just measuring out 60, 70, 80. I'm just measuring out 180. I'm just cutting out my cord and then we'll assemble it all up. Yeah, that's awesome. 2 weeks. That's great. It's like long enough, because I find like maybe like a week. Yeah, it's nice and dark now. Right? I can only imagine like the sun difference. Like I find like you go somewhere for a week and I find it's not enough time, right? At least 2 weeks you got to really just enjoy. And so 200, 200, 180, 180, and now I'm gonna do 160. 150, 160. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a great trip, and I'm glad you're back too. All right, so 160. And then I'm gonna do lots of cord goes into this one. Another 160. So happy Sunday if you're just joining in, and happy Easter. Looks like it's going to be a nice day today. Happy about that with the sun. It's just the sun that I really miss in winter. And then those few days that you do get the sun, you're trying to soak it all in. And 160. Okay, and now it's 4 160s that way and 4 160s this way. So cut a bit more. I will, Sylvie, I will for sure. Thanks for stopping by. I try to go live every Sunday morning for an hour, just with whatever I'm working on. And right now it's those small mini like wall hangings, 50, 150. They are selling well at the shop. I think I'm all stocked up with regular plant hangers for now. Okay, I'll cut a few of these. And I had to go and like restock my keychains yesterday at this shop, my wristlets. I added a few more coasters and bookmarks. Oh, and my tea towel holders. Thank you. Thanks, Sylvie. Tea towel holders I had to restock, my car diffusers, like I was low on everything, so tried to restock yesterday before Easter. So I'll probably have to go check in a few days and see if I have to restock again. Oh, and I have a workshop coming up too on next Sunday. So this plant hanger here that you see in the back, that's the one that we'll be doing next Sunday at the Commons at the shop. So if you're interested, you can always sign up. I think there's like 7 spots left, so you can always look at the Commons, Waxwing Commons. They have like a workshop space there, section that you can go and register. So if you're interested, this is like a little plant propagation. Hey, Steph, I miss you guys too. It's so quiet now that we don't have Ringette. It's very quiet. I'm just cutting up some cord to make a plant hanger. Not this one here, but this is one that I'm teaching next Sunday. We're making, it's a plant propagation workshop. So I'm making the hanger like at noon next Sunday, and then Lauren from Greener Spaces, she will be making like the workshop to make the plant that could go in it. So if you want to do both, there's that option. So I find that's pretty cool. So happy Sunday, happy Easter if you're just joining. I am going to be making a plant hanger. Like I said, just right now I'm just cutting up all my cord because there's lots of little pieces that go into it. So I'm just making little piles here. So if you're just joining, what's everyone's plans for today? What are you doing? Or maybe you're not doing anything, and that's okay too. It's pretty quiet, like, sorry, during the day here. But we're gonna go to my aunt and uncle's for supper tonight, so that'll be nice. I've got my bundle here. It's getting pretty small compared to what it was before. So I'm just cutting like strips of 160 centimeters. And then I'll probably flip the camera around so then I can show you guys what I'm doing. But for now, I just wanted to talk to you guys like this way and see what's going on, and just while I'm cutting anyways. Oh, I can hear the birds. You know, something you really miss in winter here. I'm in Northern Ontario, Canada, so we get like a few months of winter here. And okay, where should I put this? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's been very nice, like I would say like the last week, where we get to hear the birds. All right. Okay, I need to cut 4 more. We're getting there. I'm thinking too, maybe before I flip you guys around, before I start this, I'm thinking with the bottom here, I might actually untangle the cords at the bottom and maybe add like some beads or something. I think that would be pretty neat to end the bottom. So we'll do that after. I'll just finish cutting my cords here. 50, 100, 150, 160. This little, it's a mini plant hanger that I'm going to be making this morning, but there's a lot of cords that go into it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like almost like 20 cords, 20 to 30 cords that I have to cut for this one. So it's a lot of steps. So happy Sunday everyone. Welcome in. If you're just joining, happy Easter. You're probably at home off. I wasn't gonna do an Easter live, but I thought I'm at home. They're probably at home. Why not? And I still work, so. Hey, good morning. Bonjour, Marley. Pre-Henry. Good morning, Naomi. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. I love that. I'm just I'm gonna be making a plant hanger this morning. Just cutting up my cord. I've got little bundles here. So I think that's it. And I'll just wrap this around. This is what the bundle looks like. This is 4 millimeters that I'm using. And I have a wooden ring that I'm gonna be attaching my cord to. And I think that's all for materials. So if you're new here, I try to go live like every Sunday morning from 10 to 11. I wish I could go live more often, but with a family, you would know that it's just sometimes it's too busy and it's just not possible. So Sunday mornings work well for me. And I have my coffee, we're just hanging out and crafting. The heat went on, so it's a little warm. Thank you. Happy Easter, guys. Okay, so like I was saying for this, I think I'm going to add some beads and see what it looks like. So this is the workshop I'm teaching next week. Isn't this cute? First time I actually tried like a little basket for this. And like, if you don't want to put anything too large like this in here, you can always just add something super small inside the wooden ring. So down here, this cord here has like 3 or 4 strands in it. So I think I'm just going to untangle 2 and see what that looks like. Because in here there's 4. So there's 4 cords. So you can see the difference here. This is the 1. And then this is 2. Like what if I split it in 2? I could technically split it in 4, but then I do want a little bit more. So I'm going to do that to all 4 and see what that looks like. And then we'll see if we can add some beads. And you can see when you untangle it, it's a little bit longer. It becomes a little bit longer in length because it's not tied up so tightly around. So if you're here with me right now, what are you guys doing today? Any plans, any get-togethers, or is it like a nice chill day at home? I'm gonna go see my aunt and uncle for supper tonight with my sister, and we're gonna make a dessert today, my daughter and I think we decided on doing, I don't know if you guys know this is like my mom had this recipe and I've had it forever too. It's called Uncooked Oat Delights, and it's like you've got your oats in there, and like it makes it so we're gonna make like a little nest, and there's like chocolate in there, sugar, I'm trying to think what else, vanilla, and then we're gonna put little mini eggs inside for a little dessert. Okay, so this is what it looks like, all untangled. I call it like the beachy waves effect. What I'm gonna do is, I think maybe on 4 alternating ones, I'm gonna add a bead to it and see what that looks like. So instead of just having like your plain boring bottom, I think I'm gonna try that. So for beads, I've got quite a few. I've got these ones and I've got another one. I'm wondering if a light, maybe for my for my example, I'll just use light. So I've got these super small ones. I don't know if that's going to be too small though. Like to fit inside, I might need some tape too. This is for my workshop next Sunday. I just wanted to, I had an idea and I was like, oh, maybe we can add a little something to the bottom. Or even if you just wanted to leave it plain too, you could. So these are kind of, they're really small holes. So I don't know if that's gonna work. It might be hard for, or I have these ones. They're a little bit bigger. The hole's a little bit bigger. Might be easier to, so this is what it would look like. And like I could bring different colors. Like if they wanted to do it dark, but I would give them like max of 4 maybe, just because you could technically do like 12 or so. Okay, so I don't need this tape on here anymore. I'll just slide it off somehow. There you go. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. I'll have 4 beads at the bottom. So I'm just gonna tie up 4 and we'll see what that looks like for the plant hanger that I'll just do a knot at the bottom too. Yeah. This is for the workshop next week. So I think that'll look really cute. So I'll do like alternating maybe. Doesn't really matter, but for display purposes. So I'll put one more on here. I don't know if I'm gonna need tape though. Sometimes you can just kind of like twirl it inside and it goes through. Yeah, I like the look of the small ones, but I think the hole might be too small. And then it gets like really hard to like try to put your cord through. I think it'd be cute too if it was like different heights too. Okay, I'll do one on here. So happy Easter, guys, for joining me. I wasn't gonna do a live today and I thought, oh, maybe I could do it like yesterday, but I'm home, so a lot of you are at home too today, so I said, why not? I can spare an hour and show you guys what I'm working on. We'll see what that looks like when I'm done. I think it'll add like a cute little touch to it too at the bottom. So I got like most of my stuff ready for the workshop next week. It's next Sunday, so I got like all my cord cut. I just got like a basket there started. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So I've got the beads there. This is what it looks like up close. You've got some cord though that aren't put in there. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I wouldn't want to put more than 4 beads though, because then it would look too full. Okay, I might just leave it and then work on it throughout the week and see. Or I could always end up putting the rest of the cords like inside and see if I like that. This little planter I got from Lauren from Greener Spaces, because her workshop is like right after mine. And she's doing the plant propagation. I'm doing the holder for the plant propagation. So I said, oh, can I get, what size is the pot? So we did. partner that up that way. So, all right, so I think I might flip you guys around, and I'm gonna start on my holder. I started this last week too, but I didn't have a chance to finish it. So I'm hoping that I can finish this part here on my board and then be able to show you guys how I end up making it as like a little basket. So I'm gonna bring you guys around here so you guys can see what I'm working on. Let me flip you around if I can. There we go. There, this is what my workstation looks like here. So I've just got like an iPad holder here, and then this is an actual foam macrame board, and then I've got my wooden ring. And let's start putting the cords on. So here I've got, you just bring your two ends together to find your middle. And then we're gonna Lark's head knot this onto the wooden ring. Pretty simple knot, and it looks really good on your ring. And then I also just like to double check to make sure, because sometimes, see, that's okay. Sometimes your cord will kind of move around on you. So we're gonna add 2 cords here at 200 centimeters. And this I'll just bring right beside it. There we go. And again, I'll just double check. Make sure, okay, so see here, this one went up a little bit higher, so I will fix that. And how I fix it is I bring this one to the same, and then I'll just hold on and then just kind of bring that up. And then loosen up my knot and then tighten them. And that should do the trick. Okay, so now I'm going to pin this to the board. I'm going to do 1 square knot. So I've done this a few times before, but you bring your cord here on the left, you make your number 4 over your middle cords. You have your cord on the left here, on the right, that goes over, and then this cord goes under. You pull through, and then holding your middle cords, you just slide those 2 cords up. And then to finish it, good morning, Carrie. You made it. Then you do your reverse 4 over your middle cords, and then you bring your cord here on the left over, and then this cord goes under through the loop, through the number 4, and then holding your middle cords, you bring this up, and then that's a square knot. If you've ever done like friendship bracelets as a child, you'll recognize the square knot. Okay, so I need some extra pins here. Oh, and you know what? I forgot. I'm supposed to do this horizontally because, well, welcome in. Happy Easter. Because what happens is I add so many on this side, and on the other side, I have to do it this way. All right, so I got more little pins here. Oh, sorry about that. Almost dropped it. All right, so my next bundle here, I'm gonna take my 1 cord. So again, this is 4 millimeters, and I'm gonna do the same thing, but this time, instead of adding it to my ring, I'm gonna take a pin and I'm gonna just add it right beside it, like so. And then you take these 2 cords here, these 2 cords, and then you make another square knot. Okay, I'm gonna close it off. like so. Now you notice here, there's like a little loop formed just because the pin was there. So I just pulled down on the cord and it fixes it. And now I just repin it. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Well, welcome in. Happy Easter and happy Sunday. Like I said earlier, I wasn't going to do a live today, but I thought, well, since I'm off, all right, so let's pin this right beside it. And we're going to do another square knot. Like so. Take that out and I'll just fix that. Okay, that's my second row done. Whoa. Now we're going to work on the third row. So then I bring my next bundle and I do the same thing. Anybody have plans today, or what's everybody doing? It's going to be a very beautiful day. I'm hoping the rest of the snow melts. Okay, so now again, I just take these two on the end. Okay, and as soon as I'm done my square knot, I like to fix it just so I don't forget. And you get that nice clean line. I'm going to do the next one here, and then we'll work on this square knot in the middle. Oops. Oh, that one got a little knot. The other thing too is when you're working with so many, like all my bundles here, when you're working with so many bundles, you really got to make sure that you keep it all organized. Otherwise, it's going to knot up like it just did there. And that gets, you know, a little discouraging there if you're just starting off, and cord can be a little finicky sometimes. And like the bottoms can fray, and I remember like when I first started off, I would have to like pretty much like restart sometimes a whole project because my bottom had just like completely frayed out. Like you can see here, it's starting to already. But you can always like tape your ends too. If you're working on a project like this, every time you move your cord, it unravels a bit at the bottom, right? All right, so now you can see because we're going down, I have a gap here where I can actually take these 4 cords in the middle and make a square knot in the middle. And just kind of I pull on the ends. So there you go, third row's done. So now we're going to do fourth. So we're going to have 5, I think 7 rows. You would think with me doing so many of these I would remember, but okay, well I'm just going to remove this pin here at the top since I don't really need that one there. We're going to do the same thing on this row. This pattern here that I'm showing, you can also do Christmas trees with it because it's got that same triangular shape. Carrie, if you're still watching, do you remember the uncooked oat delights recipe for dessert? Because that's what Cam and I are going to be making later. We're going to make like little little baskets. Not baskets, sorry, but nests. then we're gonna just put like mini eggs inside. I don't know if the kids are gonna like that though, so we'll probably make like Rice Krispies or something too. It's one of those desserts, like it was my mom's old recipe that I don't know. Yeah, Cam loves it. Actually, it was Cam's idea. It's got like the oats, the cocoa, there's sugar, like vanilla. I'm trying to think what else. And you just kind of form it into a nest. Yeah, well, there's mini eggs. He can just eat the eggs if he wants, if he likes those. Cam likes it, so maybe. We'll make something else too, though. All right, so I just added the extra 2 square knots in the middle here, because as you go along, like my next row will have 3 square knots here in the middle. Okay, so next bundle. So it's a bit time consuming, but the end result is beautiful. And actually I don't need an extra set. I'm just going to use this. And I find that it's very soothing. The same repeated knot, right? Once you get the square knot, it's a pretty easy knot. Okay, I can't get mixed up in my cords here. Because you can see here at the bottom, you get quite the bunch of knots. Okay, now I'm going to make my square knots in the middle. So I always like to start this one off like on my board, and then once I'm done pinning them all, and then I make square knots down to 13, and then I'm ready to bring it to the wall. Hi, Malika. I'll see you soon. And I got the invite for your birthday, so we'll be there. We're looking forward to it. There we go. Whoops. Sorry. Trying to like organize these cords here a bit. I hit you guys in the process. All right, now we're getting down to the smaller cords here. So the cords are longer in the middle because you use up more of them, and then the ones that are on the outside you use less. It is this plant hanger is so pretty. I had it was a custom order. Someone had asked for one, and ever since then I just continued making them because they were just so pretty. Okay. And I think after this we're just going to do one more row. Fix this. There we go. Let's finish up the square knots here. So for those that are just joining, I am making a wall plant hanger. like I was saying earlier, I've been selling these really well at the shop at the Commons in the mall. And so I'm trying to make a few to have just extra. But as you can see, these do take a little bit of time to make. So I'm hoping to have like 2 extra ones for the shop. And I do really like the color here. I've always made them like this natural cream colored. There's one though at the shop right now. I did add some gray to it. I don't know, I had some extra gray, so I thought, hey, why not? So it's gray and natural colored. There we go. And our last row. We'll add that. Yeah, I'll just use this. So it definitely comes in handy having a board like this when you're making like a project like this with a lot of pins. It just holds it in place, and I do find having something to hold to at an angle also helps. So you're not kind of like hunched over, right? Because you can always get those cork boards like at Dollarama. Those are what I use like for workshops and stuff, because they work just as well, and then everyone has like something to use to pin. All right, let's go ahead and make our square knots. So usually when I'm working on like macrame, or I'll either like watch like a TikTok live, or if my daughter's like upstairs in her room doing her own thing, I'll watch like Shameless on Netflix right now. I think I'm on like season 5. I've watched it before, but I'm like back into it again. So obviously I can't watch that with her around. So I'll like switch when she comes downstairs. I know there's Carrie here who's watched Shameless before, so it's just one of those shows that has it's got me. And I've been watching some Black Mirror episodes too with my husband. We'll watch that at night there, because again, that's not really a show for Cam, but those have been really good. Don't really like, I'll listen to music a little bit, but thanks, Helen. Welcome in. Happy Easter. When you've done so many of them, and like I said, once you get the square knot down, like it's kind of like muscle memory, right? Like your fingers just know what to do. Okay, so that's my last row. So now with the rest of the cord, I'm just going to add on to the sides here. The whole family's here. I love it. All right, so I have to make a square knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I got to kind of make them off to the side here and then add them. I'll show you. So I'll take a cord, do the same thing. Hey, Rich, I love it. So I'll pin it right to my board. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for watching me. And then pin this one right beside it. And then I'm going to make, off to the side, I'm going to make a square knot. And that's why pinning is so important. It's easier when it's, and then I'm just going to remove the pins. I'm going to bring down the cord at the top here just to like, And then you have like a free floating square knot here. I'm gonna add it to the one right beside it here. And I'm gonna make a square knot right now just so I can tie these guys together. And I'm going to do the same thing for three more here. Yeah, so I think later today later this afternoon we'll go outside, try to get some sun, maybe shovel a bit of snow so it could melt. Go. We'll make another square knot. I like making these ones. I don't know why. I just find, because when you remove, oh no, I broke my pin. Okay. When that happens, I can't really remove it with my fingers, so I'm just going to use my little pliers here. And there you go. That's what happens with these pins. They're not really the greatest. There you go. I find it so cute. All right, let's grab another pin. Add that beside it. I might have to move my project over a bit because I don't have enough space. Square knot that so it stays. Okay, I'll just use this one for my next one. Have a bit of coffee before it gets cold. All right, let's make another one. Try not to get confused with all my cord here. That's why after a while I kind of have to work with it hanging because it just gets so heavy. Heavy and like just kind of gets all tangled up. Go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move it over. I'll finish this one and then I'll move it over. Or maybe I'll do that now since I'm running out of room. Unpin it all. And then we'll just pin a little bit here and there just so it stays. Okay. There you go. Probably could have moved it a little bit more because I do have to add one more after this. Should have enough room. So now when you see one of these little mini plant hangers at the mall, you'll know how much work goes into one. And then I'm hoping to later work on a custom order that I have going on at the moment for a wall hanging. So that one I've been working on a little bit here and there whenever I have a chance. It's a big piece, so it's going to take me a while. There we go. That side's done. So I usually have 1, 2, 3, 4 after the initial one that I put on. So that side is done. So now I'm gonna move it over just so I can work on this side now. There, I'm gonna get rid of a few pins that I'm not really using. All right. I was hoping to be able to show you guys how it looks like when I'm working on it on the wall, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time because I still have to make the 13 rows down. I like to do that on my board first. Maybe next time I'll try to have one that's already done here and be able to show you. So I'm gonna make 4 more square knots. And pin them down here. Here we go. And since it's almost 11, I'll flip you guys around too, and just to say bye. An hour goes by really fast, I find. That's why sometimes when I'm watching lives, I'm like, how do they stay on live for 5 to 6 hours at a time? Well, now I can kind of see how time just passes really fast. I should have enough room for the last 2. It's really pretty when you can see it all come together like this. Especially this square knot. I love the way it looks when it's alternating like this. Okay, we'll add that. I'm hoping I'll at least finish up the sides here. And last one. There we go. There. All done. So this is the size of it. And then once like I'm done my 13 rows here, when I go on the wall, I'm going to bring these two together, and then it creates that shape in the middle for your plant. So that's how that works. I'm going to try to bring this more in the middle, like this. Hi. Hi. Just showing them how I make the beginning. I'm just going to pin this. But I'm almost done. My live, that is.
Where is that, Ellie?
Carrie. Yes, that's Ellen. Carrie, Reg.
Is that Ellie, though?
Yeah, it is. The little picture on Ellen's profile. All right, so these here at the ends I'm not using. These on the ends, so what I like to do is kind of like bring some in the back that I'm not using, so it's not as confusing. And then sometimes you get like little fuzzies.
Going to the house tonight.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna flip my camera around soon too, so just to say bye. And I just like to do this so you guys can see what I'm working on. Okay, so now that I did this one here, there's 2 cords here that I don't need, so I'm going to put those to the side. And then do another square knot. So I just keep doing this until I reach 13. Carrie says hi.
Hola.
She says hola. All right, and maybe I can make a video actually. I'm gonna leave it like this. Maybe I'll make a video of me finishing this up. That's what I'm gonna do. Look at all this cord. All right, let's flip you guys around. There you go. Put you back. There's my daughter, Cameron. And say hi. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave you guys off with, if you're interested, so this plant hanger here, you can make it too. I'm teaching a workshop next Sunday at the Commons in the mall, and for $30 you can make like a small plant propagation hanger. And then I'll also be offering like something to drink and come hang out for an hour and a half. And I think I have like seven spots left. So
Get them quick.
Get them quick. So I did add like a little thing at the bottom here. I'm still working on it, but I think it'll be pretty neat. Yeah, so you can register online at the Commons. Waxwing Commons, they have like a link to register online. Yeah, I have spots for 20. So, and I think 13 have signed up already. So there's still a week left. So if you want to come join us, it's at the mall too. So it's at the old David's Tea location. Okay. And it's a pretty neat location, I've got to say. So if you want to come hang out,
They should buy some mattresses.
and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Next
Can I
live.
the new iPhone boat?
Yeah, sure. Before we leave,
The new iPhone boat. It's a boat iPhone with a boat iPhone.
there's bows on it. So,
It will come out. Okay, it's a boat iPhone.
yeah,
You better get it. It's $1 million.
a boat iPhone
It's $1
case.
million.
All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, guys, and happy Easter.
Happy Easter. See you
And,
later.
we'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Bye.